What's going on, guys? This is Aaron. Channel is called Hotel Delta, bringing you all things two wheels with an emphasis in Harley Davidsons. And today we're finally going to talk about my 2022 Pan America Special, what I think about it, what I don't like about it, and why I bought it. Guys, please stick around, like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next ride.
That guy is way too cool to look at me. Way too cool. Guess that's what happens when you're on a Pan America. Alright, what's going on, guys? Hope everybody's doing great. Got a little bit of weather coming in tomorrow, so today we ride. It's like a generational thing right there, seeing that V-Rod. For those of you that do not know, about a month ago I traded in my 2018 Fat Bob, which I loved, for a 2022 Pan America. Now, why would a Harley guy trade in a Softail for a Pan America? I guess my reasoning is probably because the amount of technology that's in this bike. It's something I really wanted to learn. Whenever they first came out with these, obviously we had a lot of continuing educational credits, videos that we have to watch working for Harley Davidson, and you get to learn a lot about these bikes and how much technology is actually in it and how different it is from current Harley Davidsons. Even my 18 Softail, which did have the Milwaukee 8 in it. And so obviously I'm pretty intrigued, coming from, you know, a mechanical background, a racing background. I really ate it up. I really liked what Harley was doing. It got me excited for future endeavors. So I really took those classes seriously, learned a lot, got chosen out of everybody that works at the dealership, me, two other guys, got the opportunity to go ride the Pan America a little early, before the media days, before the bike was really out. And really just from the get-go, the power, the suspension, the brakes, the bike really spoke to me. So I knew it was just a matter of time. I didn't expect to do it so early, but after realizing that my garage is only good for one motorcycle, not that my garage, it's just, you know, I don't get to ride enough to be able to justify owning two motorcycles, making two payments, two insurances, all that. So I did trade in the 2018 Fat Bob for 22 Pan America. And this is just a little bit about what I've learned so far, my takeaways, my positives, my negatives. Obviously, again, the power of the bike. This thing rips. Whenever I get out on the road a little bit, I'll hammer it for you guys just a second. Obviously, you can't really feel acceleration just seeing it. But all I can do is tell you, I had my Fat Bob, had a stage 3 107 to 114 Screaming Eagle kit. It was dyno tuned, it was wicked up, making 121 foot-pounds, 118 horsepower, and this thing would straight work that bike, especially in the top range. But at only 560 pounds, putting down the kind of power it's putting, it is impressive. The other big positives, lightweight, real flickable, real rideable. The low speed maneuvering is excellent. The suspension is outstanding, especially coming from the Harley world. That's my biggest knock on any stock Harley, and I know a lot of people would agree to an extent, is that the stock suspension on Harleys just do not equate the premium price. I love Harleys. I'll probably only own Harleys unless something weird happens, but someday I'll have a Road Glide, and I guarantee that one of the first things I'll do, bars, I'll do exhaust, maybe even a cam, and I will throw on some type of aftermarket suspension. This thing, you do not have to worry about the suspension, you don't have to worry about the power, you don't have to worry about the brakes. Some of the comfort, I think, is probably, it takes an adjustment for sure. Coming off a nice big comfy cruiser, your feet are directly underneath you. Your hands are a little bit lower, at least for me, because I had, you know, a set of risers, moto bar on my Fat Bob. And the seat's a little bit different. You kind of lean forward in the saddle just a hair, and that's a little different. But yeah, the power, the suspension, the brakes, the electronics I hadn't even got to. I mean, this thing comes standard with heated grips, cruise control, ride modes, 6-axis ICU. It knows when you're cornering, and it knows when to put power down and when not to. All that is just a premium for a bike that's, you know, in the low 20s. It's stuff that's not even out on most Harleys. The technology really got me, really brought me in. The power, you know, once you sit in the saddle, you roll on the throttle, it lets you know that it's a beast. And they're just real fun to ride. Now, here are my knocks. Actually, let me run this little highway bit here so you guys can see some of the acceleration I'm talking about. Try to do it safely, as this is a busy road. So just so you guys know, I'm 100% in road mode. I'm not even in sport. Now, I know you can still get the same amount of power out of it in road mode that you do sport. It's just the throttle response is way better in sport, and it really seems to grunt harder. That just gives you a little idea of the power of it. It is impressive. The transmission is very smooth. It's got adjustable levers. My one knock on that would probably be the left-hand lever is really far out there. This bike also has the adaptive ride height. You come to a stop, it lowers right as you hit 5 miles an hour. Once you ride it for a little while, you can really start to tell when you hit that 5 mile an hour, that ass end kind of slows down. As long as you're not under heavy braking, you can tell when it does it. It's not alarming by any means. Now, a lot of people think, what if I lose my adaptive ride height? What happens? The bike's going to stay low. No, it actually does the opposite. If you lose your adaptive ride height, the default is for the bike to stay high. The reason being, they want you to have that clearance more than anything. Especially if you're out, you know, off-road and you lose it. They want the bike to be high. So that is the default. My knocks on it, they're few, but I'll be honest. Coming from a cruiser, going to something that's only 560 pounds, you get on the highway, man, the wind, if it's a crosswind, you're coming around a truck or something, the wind can definitely move you around a little bit. It's a little getting used to. There was one night coming home, we probably had a 25-30 mile an hour crosswind, and I'm having to lean into it so much. The adaptive headlight is actually on that side. That's how much I was having to lean the bike. So that does take a little, you know, getting used to. I'm sure I'll think of some other negatives, but they're little things, you know, being picky. Not everything on this bike is perfect by any means, but I am really enjoying it so far. It's a lot of fun. I can't wait to get into a little bit of trail riding, have some fun with that. I think the mirrors are a little dinky. I've had these come loose on me a couple times. Cool thing about it is this one is reverse thread, so if it comes loose, you just push it back into place. Tighten this a little bit, push it back into place. A couple tricks that I've learned. I wouldn't really call them tricks. If you read through the manual, you'll pick this stuff up. But one of the cool ones is on the menu, to get the screen to go, you know, either black or white, vice versa. You just press and hold the hold button, or the home button, for like 5 seconds. It'll go white. Same thing, it'll go back to black. Just press and hold that home button. The horns, you know, tuning horn, of course. Alright, so to put it in transport mode, you push the left blinker and flash to pass. You turn it on. Everything comes on. Turn it off and hold it. Keep it held. And whenever it goes off, it should show transport mode. There you go. Now we're in transport mode. To get it out of transport mode, you literally turn the bike on. It's out of transport mode. Pretty cool. Cruise control, not as intuitive on this bike as it was on my Softail. The Softail had the button on the bottom, which was awesome. This one, you got to reach up here, turn it on, press down the set. And I will say, this isn't the most reassuring button whenever you're pushing that set button. You can't really feel it click into place. You just kind of got to glance down and see that it's in cruise control. Just a quick walk around of this bike just so you guys can see it. Yes, I have the sport bags on. Liking those so far. Super easy to use. They clip on, they clip off. You can store them, and as you can see, I do have the Toast exhaust, and that does have the quiet baffle in it. A little warm today in Texas. If I'm breathing the microphone, I apologize, but it is probably 80 degrees already. Tomorrow, cold front comes through, and we're down in the 40s, below 40s even. Something else I've done, I did do the risers up front. Brought those bars up just a little bit, made the bike a lot more comfortable. I also do have the high flow air filter inside. Really not a lot else I want to do to it. Maybe eventually a tank bag or something, or maybe one of the tour packs. Not sure that I'll need it. Another thing I'm definitely considering is doing the bigger skid plate on bottom. I know that protection is something that I would need if I ever got into really off-roading, as well as a radiator cover. Haven't done it yet. Also looking at like doing Denali lights, playing with that idea. Again, guys, so far really enjoying this motorcycle. Love the Gauntlet gray color. And as weird and semi-dinky as this thing feels, having that windshield in the high position on the highway makes a tremendous difference for me. I'm, 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot, depending on which 7-Eleven I'm leaving. But I really do like that windshield. Everything else is very comfortable for me. Don't see any major changes coming. I'm just going to ride this bike and enjoy it. Take you guys with me here and there. Hope y'all enjoy it as well. Guys, if y'all have any questions, please hit me up below. Don't mind talking about motorcycles. I do it all day, every day. It is my job. For those that do not know, I am a salesman at Green Harley Davidson. So if you have questions, if I do not know the answer, I should be able to find it shortly. Please subscribe. Really enjoy making these videos. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. And if you are, give me that subscribe. Next video, what should we do it on, guys? If anybody has any ideas, please let me know. I would love to take requests. We got about a dozen bikes that are inbound, so maybe when those bikes come in, we'll just do walkarounds of what's coming in at the dealership. Show you how those bikes are shipped and what we have to do to get them ready to hit the showroom floor. Everybody take care. I know everybody's dealing with some north winds. The front's coming through. It's supposed to be here later today, but we're going to enjoy a little sunshine before it gets here. Everybody stay warm, ride safe, and we'll see y'all soon.